What's good, YouTube? We're back. It's been a long time since we've done some of these actual recorded videos for everyone, but we are back, full action for this PGA Tour 2K25 release. It's coming at the end of this month. Currently, it's the beginning of February. If you pre-order the deluxe or the legend editions, you're going to get it on February 21st in that early access. Or if you do the base one, you're going to get it a week later on the actual release date of February 28th. We were flown out, myself and a couple other creators, to Phoenix, Arizona for the Waste Management Phoenix Open to be able to get an early hands-on look and feel and experience of PGA Tour 2K25 in its full game form. Now, as of recording this, the demo is already out. You guys have been able to get your hands on the back nine of the TPC Scottsdale course. But at this event, we had the full game. Nothing was off limits. We were able to test out a lot in about a 2 to 3 hour time frame. So we were able to record it, bring it home, and make whatever content we want to out of it. So since we can do that, we're going to be doing different videos for you guys here on the channel. This first one, though, what we're going to do is go over the Clubhouse Pass. Now, I know some people don't care about the Clubhouse Pass, and a lot of people actually love the Clubhouse Pass. Now, here's a piece of information as well for you. The Clubhouse Passes now are non-expiring. So meaning, let's say we're playing the game months from now. We're in season 3 of the Clubhouse Pass, but you didn't finish seasons 1 or 2. Well, you'll be able to, in a drop down, choose what season you want to put that you're earning your XP towards and finish them whenever you want to throughout the entire time that you own PGA Tour 2K25. It's fantastic. So if you spend, the money to be able to get the Clubhouse Pass, you will be able to get the full utilization out of it and not have to, other games in this gaming universe, have to miss out because you missed the rest of the season or you didn't play enough that season compared to other seasons. It's great. So what we're going to do is go through every single tier and reward that you get in the Clubhouse Pass for this first video. We've got a bunch of other videos coming that's going to have gameplay pieces, skill tree pieces, shot type pieces, archetype stuff. But I wanted to get this one out because if you're like me, the cosmetic stuff is always awesome. I love what they've added, and I kind of just wanted to go through it. So let's do it. Okay, so what you guys are seeing here is the main menu for the Clubhouse Pass. Now, when you guys get the game, whether that's through the deluxe or legend editions, and you get that early access starting February 21st, or the base edition that's February 28th, whenever you guys get your hands on the full game, you will come to the menu and it will look like a mini tutorial to kind of go through it. So what you'll see obviously is whenever you see anything that's called CHP XP, that is Clubhouse Pass XP. Okay. So what they breaking it down, they're going to show you obviously how everything's split into seasons. And like we talked about in the intro, if you saw that a little bit ago, that it is a non-expiring, non-time limited season, meaning you are able to go back and put your XP, your CHP XP that you are earning every time you play to whatever season you want to that's already been unlocked. Obviously, when we're in season 1, you can't click season 3 or anything. That's not how it goes. It just means that when season 2 pops up, you'll be able to drop down and go back to season 1. And you'll see that with following seasons for prior seasons, obviously. Kind of confusing, but very simple. It's just you won't be able to see it at first because we're starting in season 1, so that won't be a thing, obviously. But it'll explain that kind of here, show you a little pop-up window. The next thing it's going to show you is the tier system. So obviously, it kind of tells you that it can only be active one Clubhouse Pass at a time, so one season at a time, meaning let's say we're in season 3 or 4 and you didn't finish season 1 but you want to go finish that. When you select season 1, you are not going to be able to get CHP XP good that you are earning going towards season 1 and 3. It's going to be whatever season you selected is where it's going to go to. So if you're you want to finish season 1 before you keep going on season 3, if you have season 1 selected, that's where all of your CHP XP is going. So they kind of explain that there, talking about that it can be earned through round play, all fun stuff. The tiers is obviously the goodies, okay? So each tier has different goodies. Like as you see in the first couple, it's a leather jacket, or the varsity jacket or whatever. The 2K one's pretty sick. But obviously there's going to be what they call body B, or body type B and body type A. You know, basically male, female. Then there's obviously, like, there's sometimes where that won't happen, where it won't be, you know, certain body types, but instead, as you see in tier 2, it'll be VC and something else or whatever. You know, you can, it's a mix and match. So what I wanted to do today is also go through this so you guys get a first look at everything that the Clubhouse Pass is labeled. So what they kind of talked about there, just so you see, when you purchase the Clubhouse Pass, you are able to get the premium unlocks when you reach that tier, as you see down below. If it doesn't have premium, like as you see with the watches on the right or things like that, what that means is if you don't pay for the Clubhouse Pass, but you are obviously still earning in-game the CHPXP, it will still go towards that and you'll be able to unlock the free stuff. Now, let's say you're like halfway through this season 1 and you didn't buy, or, you know, you didn't purchase the full premium pass. You basically can say, okay, well, I'm gonna decide I kind of want that leather jacket. I kind of want those, you know, those shoes in the beginning or whatever, you know. And when you purchase that, it will unlock everything to where you're at premium wise. So when you see premium, that means you have to actually purchase the premium pass to be able to get that unlocked. The free stuff, no. So we're kind of going through this. As you see, you know, you get the varsity jackets, you know, you get tier 2 is going to be VC. You basically earn a lot of VC back compared to how much VC it costs to purchase the premium pass. Pretty legit. It's like your Fortnite, COD, you know, NBA 2K, you know, you get back usually what you get, and then you get a bunch of stuff. It's worth it now that it's non-expiring and you can take your time and get everything out of your purchase. It's legit. I've never been more excited for this. Honestly, it's great. So as you see, tier 2, you get the flight 3-pack to reduce the wind effect for this consumable ball. And then obviously you get some dope 2K shoes. They kind of look like the contour, like FJs, like the FootJoys. Pretty sick. You'll see the club fitting. So this is a power club fitting to increase the maximum carry. You get watches that look like Apple watches. They're pretty sick. I actually really like that. Then you start getting stuff like the Evo tools. So obviously with the Evo tools, okay, they evolve maxed clubs or golf balls for higher performance gains, as it says there. We'll get more into that in later stuff, like in later videos, when we're streaming stuff. You guys are ever live in the chat, we'll get more into that once we get closer to release and in different videos. But just other things that you get in this Clubhouse Pass. Obviously the bad birdie makes an appearance this game. As you see, this is a ball, right? But you see how there's different tiers of things you unlock, and then Evo, meaning Evo is like maxed out. We'll get into that at later times. Just sit tight. But basically just wanting to go through this all. Also, I'm kind of pausing and playing. You guys are more than welcome to pause and look at all this, because if I'll start going faster later in the video kind of thing. Excuse me. You guys are more than welcome to pause and look at all these and be able to read the descriptions for these all as well. So here's another thing, is a level token. Increases a club set or golf ball level by +1 when consumed. So obviously before it's Evo, so before you use an Evo tool to max it even further, these are what you use to level it up, or these tokens. So obviously we get more, so we get more polos, get more level tokens, more VC, you get more 2K polos in body type A and B, the skirt, matching the body type A for the pants and the shorts, obviously all the consumable balls, more things, and more clothing, which obviously I'm super pumped for. I never really use the consumable balls. I more use, you know, like I'm more excited for like the cosmetics, like the clothing and everything. You get the Tiger Bridgestone, as you guys see here, which are super dope. Like in real life, I've been gifted those from, you know, family members that know I love Tiger. They're sick. So to be able to bring that and have that little detailed piece in the game is huge, but will obviously have its own skill set as well that you can do, as you see that we will go over in a different video. Different gloves, again, more club fittings, hats, putters, all the fun stuff. So again, we're kind of flowing through this. There's a decent amount of Evo tools in here too that are actually pretty sick, because you need those Evo tools to be able to do that. So brings us to our next piece, a CHP skill. So skill types, there's different skill types that again we will dedicate a whole video to. It's different shot types. Okay, so the tie spinner It's a skimming chip shot that generates a lot of spin and checks up quick. If you guys don't know, like a tie spinner, like they said, you know, this, they perfectly explained it like we just went over. When you're around a green, you do this tight little like skim shot, almost like if you know, like when you like throw like a rock against the, like a, you know, body of water, like you're out of a lake and it just skips, you know. So that's what this does. It's a short little skip, but it has crazy backspin, so it checks really quick. And what you'll notice in this new game compared to previous, you know, PGA Tour 2K and TGC games, things like that, you know, obviously in this franchise, the chipping is, even if you're on slower greens, if you left and right stick all the way down, you are trying to check it as much as possible with no spin. It is hard to get it to actually sit. It is a realistic chip. Chips in real life normally don't just check on a dime. They roll. That's the point of it, right? So these new shot types are going to make a huge difference. Like one of my favorites that I used on Monday was the super flop. It's a super high, you just hack at it. Super high flop, you know, for like short flops and stuff like that, like right off the green. I loved it, and it checked really well. So these spinner chips, same kind of thing. So this will unlock that to use on your My Player if you choose to do that. You know, obviously there's a lot of different shot types and things like that, but that is a shot type that you can add once you unlock it in the Clubhouse Pass. So different crazy pants, Malbon tops, I'm really excited for those. More Evo tools. And then as you see, I'm gonna rewind this just a second here. Usually goes back by about 10 seconds or so. So now when you unlock the shot type, each skill now is it helps you in different ways. So you'll see this come up a decent amount. So for this Clubhouse Pass, it's the tie spinner. The previous one was to unlock the ability to do the shot type. Like you can select it and use it when you're playing around. After that, as you see it again, but this is the transition sweet spot increase. So in your transition, it'll be a little bit bigger, so it's easier to be able to perform the tie spinner shot. Okay, so what you'll see when that comes up again is that it will be a different skill set underneath that shot type. I'm going to try to be able to pause it as soon as I see it again. It's going to come up in a little bit as you see more cosmetics, VC, tons of clubs, belts, obviously, more club fittings. And again, please feel free to pause this and look at everything if you'd like. I'm kind of just flying through this. We only had a couple hours time on Monday, so I'm kind of like flying through these menus so that you guys can see everything. So here's the next one. Rhythm sweet spot increase. So your rhythm obviously has a bigger piece on your swing speed. I mean, on your swing meter, you know, like you'll be able to see that you can perform it easier when done like this. So again, you start to unlock everything like that. Now, what you will see also in that separate video that I'm going to be making about all the shot types is that there are so many different shot types, and a bunch of them, like 5 or 6, are quote unquote locked, like they're secret. They won't tell you, but they say CHP skill. So meaning you have to unlock it through a Clubhouse Pass eventually. AKA, I think there's 5, maybe 6. I have to double check. I think there's going to be 5 Clubhouse Pass seasons at least. If you get the Legend Edition of the game, you get all 5 Clubhouse Passes with it. Obviously, they're not all unlocked right away, meaning when the season drops, you will get it in full. It's pretty sick. Again, it's a more expensive version, but if you're into that stuff, it is technically saving over time, I believe, with how much each season costs individually. So something to consider. Regardless, these skills are going to come from the premium versions of these Clubhouse Passes. So if you really like a tie spinner, you want to make sure you get this kind of thing. You know, it doesn't mean the game is unplayable without it. It's not like that. You can still do other shots. You don't need it. But if you really are like, oh, this would be great for my style of game, like my style of playing this round, you want to do that. But basically, so they give it away of that this Clubhouse Pass season 1 is going to be tie spinner. We don't know what the other ones are going to be yet, as they will unlock when you see the new seasons and when you unlock it in the Clubhouse Pass. So this one, that next one was the contact. So obviously the contact of it will make it easier when you're doing your swing for it. So it's pretty dope that they basically are doing it where you unlock the ability of that shot type, and then you're unlocking the ability to make it easier for yourself throughout the swings, obviously, when you're doing it. So it's pretty slick how they did it. I actually really enjoy it. It makes it interesting. We're gonna see how it works though, where like hopefully it's not like a super OP shot type that everybody wants, because then you're gonna be like, you know, like what is there's a couple things it can do where, you know, what we were discussing is like, is it going to make it where if the tie spinner, for example, is something that is like needed, okay, then it's going to feel like it's pay to play. I don't feel that it's going to happen. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen, because you can still, like, there are going to be people that are good enough at this game that don't need the tie spinner to shoot really low. That's the thing. But if you really do want it, that's why they offer it. You know, I don't think it's going to be like a mandatory requirement by any means, but we'll see how it goes. We don't know yet. I have a feeling it'll be fine though. Dope Malbon sneakers, obviously for like golf sneakers, it's pretty sick. And then obviously we get all the way up here to tier 100. Now, what I want to go over really quick that I just skipped over accidentally is one of the tier 100 pieces is a club. Okay. What you're going to see here once I get to it is, for example, this Clubhouse Pass Season 1 Tier 100 club. You notice that it's a legendary club. It's gold. It looks pretty. It's different, right? It is a special type of club, okay? And we will get more into this also in different videos, but I kind of want to highlight it. Obviously, you can level it up with different, you know, performance abilities, and then you can Evo the club. The difference with this, okay, so this specific Mizuno limited edition Emerald STG 440, okay? This driver, if you Evo it, you won't lose the previous performance abilities that you've already added to it. It will lock it and keep it for the next following like it's like an extra amazing driver kind of thing. Like you can add more abilities to it. It's pretty sick. That is only done with these legendary clubs, these gold clubs. You know, I like to call them like, you know, by the color, kind of like, you know, rarities in a Fortnite or COD or something. But these gold clubs, you have the ability to do that. That is not the same with all the other clubs. You know, if you just have like a basic club, excuse me, that's not gold or legendary or whatever, you cannot do that ability where you can Evo it and then basically be able to keep all the previous performance ability boosts and still keep going. It's crazy. So like, this is going to be a good club. That's why it's the tier 100. That's why it's the best thing for it. You know, you get what you earn, you know, kind of thing. It's going to be sick. So that is the Clubhouse Pass for Season 1. Okay. Again, if you're into the Clubhouse Pass stuff, you know you're going to be getting every single one, and you're thinking about getting like a deluxe edition, shoot for the Legend Edition of this game. Again, I'm not getting anything from you guys, you know, buying the Legend Edition by any means or anything like that. It's just that if you're into that stuff and it's like, let's just say it's like, I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. I haven't like become official on that, but I'm pretty sure it's usually around $10 for a Clubhouse Pass. That's $50 right there alone. So not only, so you get early access, you get the Sunday Red pack, which is in the Legend Edition because it's Tiger as the, you know, the full cover. So you get his Sunday Red, you know, clothing pack. You get all this stuff, all the packs from the deluxe and everything as well. You get the pre-order editions, you know, the pre-order bonuses, and then you get the early access and stuff that we talked about. But you also get all of these Clubhouse passes in there. So consider it. Just consider it if you're curious. If not, you'd rather see the seasons first. Totally fair. At least this will give you an idea of what you're looking at for Season 1 and decide if you guys want to get it or not. But I love the Clubhouse Pass. I wanted to make a video over it because I don't know how many people will be. And since it's not really out to the public yet, but we are able to talk about it, here it is. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. If you guys have any other videos of like, oh, I would love to see how you did this, or, you know, if I have footage for it in that 2 to 3 hours of footage that I saved from Monday's event, I would love to make a video for it. I have some planned, but if there's other that you guys want to see, different ideas of things like that, I can make some videos for it. But this first one is just dedicated to the Clubhouse Pass. So again, comment below what you think. Let me know what you guys are feeling. And make sure to, you know, like and subscribe, all the fun YouTube stuff. But we will be back soon with the next video. Probably the one about skill types, maybe about shot types. Not 100% sure how we want to roll it out, but we're going to get all this footage out to you guys so you guys can get pumped for the release at the end of February. See you next time.